All right, so now we're gonna get into the actual wrapping. So you're gonna see the thumb part is facing out this way. Okay, so we're just gonna use that. So we're gonna hold it around our fingers and we're gonna create some padding. So notice I'm gonna have my fingers open. I'm trying to get the length of my knuckles. So we're creating some padding. So just depending how big, if your hands are really big, I would probably just go maybe about 3 times around. But if you have smaller hands, you're gonna have extra, so you can go about 4. So I'm gonna do 4 times around, okay? Then you're gonna take it out. So see, it's gonna create the padding. You wanna carefully take it out so it's still staying the length of the knuckles. You're gonna place it on top. You're gonna use your finger here to hold it down. I'm sorry, this way. You're gonna use this hand here to hold it down, okay? So the side that's on the outside, you want this side facing this way. You wanna pinch the inside here to hold it nice and tightly, okay? Then we're gonna get around and we're gonna tighten down that padding. So there you go. Now it shouldn't be moving, okay? Then you can go over one more time around, make sure it stays secure. So there you go, you should see all your padding there, okay? So that's how we're starting off with padding. And then from the knuckles, we're gonna go over to the wrist. So you're gonna go under, over, wrap around the wrist bone. You can go about 2 times. Again, if you have larger hands, I would probably go around once or twice. We're gonna keep coming back around to the wrist anyways, okay? Then from the wrist, we're gonna go over to the thumb, over, and then under, and then we're gonna cover up this little spot. So now your hand should be completely covered, just about. So the main things for hand wrapping, most important parts is the knuckles. You want the thumb protected, which it is, and then you want your wrist, okay? So from here, now we're gonna start getting in between the fingers. So from the thumb, we went over the top. Now we're gonna go over, and when we get here, we're going to pinch. So we wanna make sure we pinch it. And the reason we're gonna pinch it is so that it's not all bulky in between our fingers, okay? So you want to pinch it and keep it tightened in between the fingers, okay? So we're going to go between the pinky first. We're going to go underneath the hand, over, and bring it back to the wrist. So we're coming back to the wrist every time, okay? I'm going to repeat that. So we're pinch, go under the finger, go between the fingers, under the hand, we go over, and then we're coming back to the wrist, okay? And then from here, we're going to go to the next finger. We're going to pinch it, go in between this one, go under the hand again, over the top, back to the wrist, okay? And then the next one, we go over the top again, pinch it, okay? Go underneath the fingers. We're gonna go out the opposite way. Notice I'm going out on the back side of my hand. Because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up. And see how there was like all this extra padding? Now we're gonna clean up our hands and kind of make it look a little neat, make the hand wrapping look a little bit neater, okay? So we're gonna go over, you can probably get about 3 paddings in your knuckle and then come back down, start kind of trying to wrap it up, make it look nice, okay? So then from here, and if you have like a Fitbit, you can loosen your Fitbit, bring it down a little bit shorter, a little bit lower, loosen it up, bring it a little lower, and depending if you have the Fitbit on or not, you're probably gonna have more of your wrapping up here. The most important part is you want the wrapping to go from the wrist bone up, okay? So if you don't have any padding there and you just have the Fitbit, you're probably gonna end up hurting your wrist. So either 1, take off the Fitbit, or 2, lower the Fitbit down here, okay? I'm sure it still counts your steps and stuff. I know it would still count mine, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But now we're gonna finish up, okay? Finish up the wrapping, depending on how you finish. One of the biggest things here is if for some reason you end up like this, like you end up with the Velcro on the wrong side, don't start all over. All you can do is just twist it, align the Velcro right, and close it up, okay? And if you wrap your hand correctly, this is gonna take up some practice, okay? So I would review the video and go step by step. So this is how it's gonna look. And if you did it right, you should be able to. The reason we wrap it this way is because I like to be able to tuck this in, and so we can have some hand available that if we're doing like fitness, either battle ropes, kettlebells, lifting weights, we can actually grip and get a grasp on it with our bare hand. So that's the way the wrapping is done. Again, see how the padding is. You can just kind of tuck and clean it up a little. But yeah, the main thing is that you have proper support on your knuckles, wrist, and your thumb is all supported. So